Monday, September 8th. I was up here yesterday debating on what to do. My new saw decided it didn't want to work right, so I took it down, cleaned the carburetor, changed the fuel line, and tightened the chain and everything up, so it runs really good now. And when I came down here yesterday, a tree up the hill, little one, decided to fall down, and it slid my cap rock down, which is okay. I just went ahead and took some rocks out. I spied some more rocks. It was only probably about this tall. I'm going to make it taller. So I'm going to go get a 12-footer today, cut it into place, and I'll make this taller. So the cap rock will be about 6 to 8 inches higher than it was. That way I can have a fire roughly that size in it. So right now it's that is about the top of that log. So if I go another log up, I'll put my aluminum plates back in there, and I'm going to put that bigger cap rock on there because it's nice and flat on the bottom, so the plates will tend not to bow. Yesterday I had a fire in here, and the one is not quite straight on the bottom, but I like the overhang, so I'll probably cut that rock in half lengthwise and add it onto this because I like the way that it did that. And we'll angle everything down to where everything shoots out the back. I'll put a wider rock on each side because that thin rock that I had up there, after what that tree did, I got to thinking, it was like, yeah, that's not real good. So, but I've got a nice big flat rock right here. I got another big rock right here. This big one right here, I can cut in half, put one on each side, and it'll be about this wide in the back. So I'm going to put the fire more to the front, and that'll be the start of where it goes into the chimney going up. So, but those rocks will be after I get done dragging 12-footers and some more 17-footers down, because I've got to put a 12-footer in here, get these 17-footers out of my way. I have to go down and cut another log, because when I came up yesterday, there was only one of these broke, and now there's two of them. So, I'm pretty sure there was a bear in here nosing around, because I can step on these, and they don't move with my weight. Something had to have been 500-600 pounds coming up in here. So, I have a feeling it was a bear. It wasn't the tree, because the tree wasn't anywhere near it. So, that's what we got going on right now. It's in the lower 50s. So, right up here, I was on the four-wheeler and brought the saw up, and I already had everything else up here. I did bring my chainsaw blade protector, my chain protector. Today when I go down to the house, I'm going to work on the other saw, clean its carburetor out, find out why it lost a little bit of compression. We're going to figure that out. I got another thing to do on the car. I did everything I know what to do on that car, and I put the new valve body in. I think it's the shifter mechanism that's inside the valve body, because new parts sometimes have failed parts on it. Well, I have the old valve body, and the only thing wrong with that was the temperature sending switch. So I'm going to flip-flop those and put the old valve body back in since it shifted right. So, and if that doesn't work, then it's a cam sensor or a high-speed shifting sensor. There's a couple sensors it could be, or even a fuse. So we're going to look at all that. I'm going to look at the fuses before I even dig into this thing, see if it'll work. But today, I've got 12 footers to get down off the hill. I spied there's one tree and it's got 3 big logs shooting up, big trees out of it, but it's one trunk. And about this high, it splits into 3. So, and they're all about the right size. So I'm going to fall all 3 of those and then probably cut that base down level, or I'll just leave it up there just like it is. But there's 3. I fall them down the hill and it'll be easy to grab, easy to bring in. I've got some 12 footers down there that I still need to grab and drag up here. I've got, I think, another 17 footer down there that I got to drag off the hill. But these ones are real close. That way I can get them, go to this, then I'll go down there in the next day or so, grab all those, bring them up, cut some more trees over here for 17 footers, 12 footers, whatever I need. Drop those down and bring them over onto this side. So I have logs on this side and the other side. Get them started putting in here. My ladder's done. My saw works. It's awesome. In fact, it starts really well and it cuts awesome. So I don't think I'll have to do the chain at any point in time soon, but my other saw, it's got a 20-inch bar on there, but it originally started out as a 16-inch. And the bar and chain that I have up here for the one that died is originally what came off of it. So, and it's got a brand new chain, so it will cut really good. So when I get it running, I'll bring it up and start splitting boards and stuff that I need. Those need to be replaced, which is nothing. I replace them. I kind of made this to where I could pull them out and replace them if I needed to. Even when I get the cabin up, if one breaks, I just cut another one, stick it in. It's that's one reason why I made it the way I made it, to where everything, the log sits on the outside, log sits on the outside, so we're good on that. Just a little forethought when I was building this. But like I said, the middle of the logs are not going to hold the weight. It's where the pillars are at. That's what holds the weight. So, I mean, some of it, yes, it does. And I've got some big bows here. Well, I start putting flat log, flat log, flat log on there. That little gap will slowly diminish. Not so much chinking. And then after a year or two of having those logs sit on there and get it straight and everything, it'll automatically, if I was to tear this apart, those logs would be pretty straight. So, but I'm getting flatter logs, bigger logs, really, which is going to be a lot of muscle on my part. What else? So we're at the 8th. That means I've got less than 2 months to finish this thing up, and we're going to get going on it. It's very, very early in the morning. It's 7 something, and I don't know if you can hear it. It's raining a little bit. Not outside. The forest is raining. So, and I'm not getting wet at all. But I got a little fire going. It's burning away. Keep me warm for a minute. And then I'm going to start. I got to drag up some 12 footers. First thing, start off with where the door's at. Then I'll set these 2 17 footers that are in my way. I'll get them out of here, set them up, get those set. Then I'll drag down a couple more 12-footers, which either I'll go down there and get those, or I'm going to cut these trees up here, and we'll see what I can get. I want to get 17-footers out of them first, because the more 17-foot, because it's hard to get a straight 17-foot log, but these are pretty straight, so if I get one that's, I'll cut it up into 12s and try and put in as many straight 12s as I can do. But we'll get this all done, started going. Got all the tools up here today, which is a good thing. I'll probably spend the better part of the day up here doing this. So. But anyways, I'm going to get started here in just a few, warm up my little paws, and the saw's already warmed up, so. Like I said, this is the big caprock. This weighs about 300 pounds. This one's about 200. But I'm going to put this one on there because it's nice and flat on the bottom. This one's kind of wobby-jobby. Those were my side rocks. I may just break those in half because they're flat on both sides and use those to stack on top of. There's a rock right there next to that log. Nice and flat and thick. So put that in there and then put a couple of these on there. That'll hold this caprock. Like I said, the end of this is about like this. It's nice and wide, and then it gets short over here because I had to cut it to length. So we will be, I want to sturdy that up on a log, and then I'll cut this one, and I may just put this beveled edge onto that beveled edge in the front. So we'll see what happens there. This will probably be going to the back for the chimney. So, and the reason why I'm putting the plate down is because of, this is like sandstone shale. And if you put a fire on sandstone shale, it decides to pop and come apart, and all of a sudden you've just got a pile of dirt and no rock. So it's to protect the rock, plus it directs the smoke where I want to. So anyways, let me get going. I rode the four-wheeler up and then just had the chainsaw running, so no deer, no bear, no nothing around. So anyways, this be me, and I'll see you in just a little bit. So, see ya.